Hello, my name is Leo. Welcome back for another episode of Wiki 3 as Finland. Oh, and actually, what's this? Ah, okay, Sweden is helping Norway catch up in text a little bit. Now, speaking of text, we are getting the dialectics in 4 weeks. That's going to be our first tech that we're getting, and that's going to allow us to research a bit faster. Now, we only have 2 universities right now. Another thing that I might want to do is we'll get a logging camp over here. Tools are still going to be quite expensive. Then we'll also get a paper mill up here, which is very much historical. We have some paper mills up there in the north, so yeah, that's going to be our source for paper. Now, one thing, there's a few things that we're missing, some crucial things. We do not have, gold discovery in Alaska. We do not have any sulfur in our territories, which means that military is going to be somewhat limited, at least domestic supply for those. And then we do not have coal. And coal is would be quite nice to have. I don't think there's any coal mining currently happening in the Russian market at all. Mostly because there's no one requesting it. Now, we did get the trade center already in here. So what are we actually trading? We're currently exporting the different woods and some groceries as well. Apparently we're exporting into Britain. We're getting decent revenue from that. We're not actually getting that much of a profit from the selling the wood, but I suppose if we've got a lot of wood available, then I suppose it doesn't hurt. And there we go, dialects is completed. Let's go ahead and get that universities upgraded, or upgraded with the philosophy department. It does double up the paper usage, which is going to be a bit expensive, and I think we might have to increase the taxes back to medium again. It was nice while it lasted, but yeah, oh wow, actually, that reduced the radical numbers quite a bit. Would say radically, but or radically, but anyway, it's probably going to be increasing radicals now and dropping the loyalists a little bit, but it's not going to be instant necessarily, but I'm sure that that's going to happen sooner or later. So the private, oh, they're building a shipyard in the north. That's actually not a terrible thing either, because honestly, getting a bit of shipyards would be quite nice. There's a bit of lead shortage now. Is that? Oh, that's because of me, isn't it? I don't think there's anyone else using lead yet. I'm going to go out and get the lead mine up here a little bit further up then. Oh, and the screw frigate has been unlocked. There we go. So we're currently researching the mechanical tools, and that's actually not going to be too... Oh, we're getting central banking too as well. The extra minting is quite handy. Yeah, mechanical tools, that's going to allow us to get the steel tools. Not that we have coal for the steel, so steel tools is probably going to have to wait a little while. Precision tools for the furniture manufacturers. That's going to be quite handy for extra furniture. Sulfur pulp and paper mills. Now, sulfur, I don't know if there's any sulfur available in the market yet. I know that there is, I think Kola Peninsula has some, but I don't think there's any sulfur available right now. And I'm pretty sure that the lead is the only thing that, well, lead is one of the things that we can produce in here. That's actually good that there is lead, at least. That is very nice indeed. Yeah, so the second tool, or another tooling workshop being built. That's going to be hopefully alright. I do actually wonder. So the tooling workshop that we have under the state control, it's got a weekly balance of almost 900. Or almost 1,000 actually now, so we'll get a little bit dividends. It's not a lot. It's a few hundred. And it's reducing the local demand at least. Oh, there's the mechanical tools. Right, let's go for the tooling workshop. We could go for the... Oh, we got the lathes, but we never started using that. Well, let's put that in there. Could go for the precision tools as well. That would increase the hardwood demand a little bit. Also, the tool demand quite a bit. Well, by 20, so it's a decent bit, but not that massive, actually. That would reduce the tools a little bit, or furniture a little bit. It's 30 per level, but I suppose this one was an increase of 20, so it's only minus 10 per level. But that is going to be a lot of luxury furniture that we can then produce. We might have some furniture manufacturers elsewhere that do not produce any luxury furniture, so we can have a nice balance there. So how is the trade center? Okay, it is fully hired. Oh, and it's importing some clothing. All right, then. And it's exporting some food and some hardwood. Or groceries and hardwood. Hey, there we go. The landed voting is finally going forward. And we're back to about 1 million in GDP. We were a little bit higher than that at some points, but we've had some fluctuation. Oh, and there's the central banking, so now we're making pretty good money again. We might want to just build up some gold reserves in here, because 67,000 is not a whole lot. Getting that second iron mine, though, or another iron mine in Kuopio is going to be quite handy, though. Because we still need... Oh, yeah, that price is massive. And we are apparently importing a little bit. Not a whole lot, though, but from a few places. And then also there is, well, the construction sector is using it a lot. That's the primary usage in there. I guess the barracks are also using a bit. Armors industries, tooling workshops, of course. Military shipyard and artillery foundry. No steel mills yet. Oh, what's going on down here? Heatwave, a bit of starving population as well. They don't have full market access in there. Now, I do wonder... can I see the... Oh, yeah, okay, so Uzuma's got 3 infrastructure available. Orland's got 3, West Karelia's got 9, we've got 5 in Nostra Bosnia, Kobia's got 8, and Oulu's got 6. So we might not want to build too much more down here, although I suppose one option that we do have is we just build another port down here. That would allow us to, well, we'll get more merchant marine, but also just get a bit more infrastructure. Because we will need that. Now, of course, we are working towards getting the railways. So first atmospheric engine and then the railways. Why is actually spreading? Oh, it's the intensive agriculture that's spreading. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, both iron and lead prices are a bit high, which does kind of mean that our glasswork over here is not able to do much. So let's just go back to the forest glass, so that at least allows us to start producing it a little bit in here, and thus making a bit of money for the odors, which actually... Who owns this? Financial district in Karelia, okay. Well, at least it's a domestic ownership, so that's fine. The tooling workshop is still going to take a while. How's the... Oh, I got 400,000 money now. Pretty good amount of money. So they'll expand trade center. Oh, okay. It's actually interesting that they are expanding that as well. Right, is there in the trade centers, is it... Ah, right, so we can just go at different levels in there. We're currently using 9 out of the 10 capacity. And it's 3 for exporting groceries, 3 for importing clothing, 2 for exporting wood, and 1 for exporting luxury furniture. But honestly, luxury furniture could be quite handy. Or quite profitable. Actually, let me double check. What's the numbers in there? But yeah, it's only giving like £30 per week. So it's not that much. The groceries are still a decent amount, like 180, and we do get 170 from the clothes. 180 now, okay. So overall, this is actually somewhat profitable. It's got productivity of 18.9, which is actually not half bad. Oh, landowners are powerful once again. We do still have 20% success chance on the land voting. The tools and the iron prices are quite massive. But we're getting another... Well, actually, we're getting one of each. Well, the tooling workshop is going to take a little while, but we're getting the iron mine. So that's going to help us a little bit in there. Unfortunately, since... well, first of all, we don't have the atmospheric engine research anyway. But there's no coal mines anywhere, and I don't think I can... No, I can't build in Russia either. For example, to get some coal from there. We might be able to import some coal. For example, if we were to get the steel mill, because we will need to get some steel for the motor industry sooner or later. Now, to be fair... No, we can't build that yet. No, we need to get the atmospheric engine first. And there we go. The land of voting is now on the last stage. Okay, the French are actually enjoying us. I wonder, can we now get a treaty for support independence? Unfortunately, no. They don't still hate Russia quite enough. But we'll keep good relations with them regardless, so we might still be able to sway them towards us in the case of emergency. I do actually wonder, though. So part of Finland, who is actually part in the area over here? So we've got us, Russians, us, Norway, Sweden, and Ottomans, of all things. Okay. Oh, actually, we've got a lot of points. Ottomans. I'm going to go and start improving relations with you. Perhaps we can get some good stuff from there. The political lobby with the Finnish-French Association, and honestly, I'm okay with that. It might prove to be a useful ally in the long run. I mean, France's army is a decent amount, 187. Now, Russians got 240. Britain's got 111, of course, then they got the conscripts on top of that. Plus, they've got so many subjects that I think the British are going to be still quite sizable. And we only got 20 months for that. I don't suppose Ottomans, would you be willing to take a treaty for support independence? Not yet, but if we improve relations with you, perhaps we will. Get to cordial, at least. And we'll be getting the lead mine over here. As soon as that is built, we can start using the lead for the glass production. And I think right now the penalty over here is going down. But it's just, it had gone fairly high up there with the waiting for lead, so it's gonna take a while before they produce proper amounts in here, but at least it is making some money. I do actually wonder, the urban center over here, it's, let's put the market square actually there. Gonna give it some more services at least. Less laborers, more clerks, so that's a bit better paying jobs. Which does mean that the wage cost is of course a bit higher, but at the same time it increases the standard of living a little bit. Hopefully, oh actually, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of radicals, we've got 8,000. That's not bad at all. Now, while we do have the money, I guess, to increase the construction speed a bit further. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that yet. Well, actually, this is pretty upkeep. 4,000. How much do we have money? We've got 100,000 gold reserves. We might want to wait at least like 200,000. Then perhaps we'll increase the construction speed a bit further. Get to like 20 points. That would already be quite handy. Another thing that we could, of course, do is just get another university. Add that to the queue. Of course, infrastructure is going to be a bit of a problem, but we'll figure that out sooner or later. Actually, there's something that I could do. I probably should have done the road maintenance over here ages ago. Also put the road maintenance in Ostrobothnia right now, since we're building the lead mine there. But the road over here road maintenance over here is just for the extra infrastructure, really. And we are exporting a lot of groceries from here, which is actually... Again, we're still making... Oh, wow. Why is Russia trying to do with all this... Oh, they're using... Well, total usage of 1,460 in construction sectors. And I think some of that is, of course, ours, but it's not that much. I think we've got only one... Well, we've got only one construction sector that's using, like, what, 30? 50, okay. Well, it's still a bit expensive, I guess. Are you still having a shortage of tools? I guess you are. We've got the tooling workshop in here, but that's having some shortage of iron, so... We need to start kind of building a bit of both to get both of them fixed. So we've got a lot of things queued up right now. Getting the lead mine is going to be quite handy. Getting the iron, or tooling workshop over here for the iron mines in there is also going to be very handy to make those more profitable. Oh, and land of voting advanced 15%, so there we go. We've got a 1 in 3 chance of now getting that law passed, so we're going to actually get some elections going. Because I'm pretty sure that for the egalitarian society, we do need to get the... like universal suffrage or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to assume that's probably the case. Also going to go out and build a government administration up here in the north. Because we'll have some paper mills in there regardless. And that's using filing cabinets anyway, so that's going to be a somewhat handy location for it. I do actually wonder... Can we see the peasants over here? Oh yeah, we can see, so 67,000, 7,000, 45,000, 37, about 60,000, and 27. So we've still got a decent bit of peasants. That's we've got 127,000 gold reserves. I think we're going to go ahead and build up the construction sector over here. It's going to be very useful in the long run. And actually, what we can do, since we don't need the road maintenance over there currently, we can switch that in here. Alright, we're building the lead mine over there still, but I guess, yeah, getting the construction sector first, it's going to be a bit costly for initially, but at the same time it's going to allow us to expand our economy a bit faster and all that, so I think that's going to be alright. Now, I don't suppose there's been a whole lot of things happening in the world yet. Well, we're already 6 years in. Oh, there's East India Company fighting a bit of war there. Japan's got a bit of colonizing to do up here. Italy, of course, has yet to form, but it's eventually going to form, I'm sure. So the tooling workshop in Norland, that is 13 weeks away. More gold's being discovered somewhere in Russia. Well, in the Russian Empire, let's put it that way. We've got 12 more months of the Convention of London. Which does mean that we'll lose some of that money. I don't know if the embassy is still going to stay here. And Liberty site is still dropping. I suppose one of the things that we could do is start increasing the army size a little bit. That's one thing. That would give us a bit of prestige. It's basically through the prestige. Extend from service does hinder us a little bit. Now, of course, it's not dropping too much right now. And of course, the lower it goes, the more we'll get the passive sort of increase in there. Of course, we're still neutral relations, which is not ideal. I would, well, rather, we're already at neutral relations. I would have prefer it to be a bit lower. Let's switch the road maintenance back over here. Keep getting the most out of... Hey, we got the land of voting finally. Now, I'm pretty sure... Oh, right, authority, that's still 100. Let's... Oh, there we go. Actually, we got a bit of increase in there. Now, who do we have in the government? It's, not great. Do we actually have elections starting now? Ah, we do. So who's going to be... Well, I suppose... There we go. So the Finnish party with the landowners and petty bourgeoisie are going to be most likely getting most of the votes. I'm guessing the clergy is not in any party. I do wonder, actually. Yeah, they're not politically aligned, technically speaking. I suppose we could go and now... Oh! Absolutist movement is no more, so that's what happened. Landowners are no longer powerful. Church is still very powerful, though. Oh, and there we go. Literature rate is increasing. Now, is there any other good laws that we could perhaps try to get? The dedicated police force? Oh. Landowners would not like that. But there's not a whole lot of opposition, so that would be quite handy. That would also reduce the landowners' power even further. So that's one. There's the National Guard, I guess, but I don't really want to go for that quite yet. And I think we're going to hold on to the appointed bureaucrats for now. So the extra taxation capacity is quite handy, although I don't think we'll be hitting the taxation capacity anytime soon. Yeah, I think we're going to try to change the police force a little bit, then we can maybe start increasing that a bit further as well. Only enthusiast partisans. These are rule folk. I kind of do need the intelligentsia to get a bit more powerful, so I'm not going to hinder their impact there for the time being. We've got 17 weeks for the lead mine. Oh, that's actually taking quite a bit longer than I thought it would. At least the tooling workshop in Orlan is almost complete. And then we'll get the shipyard. I believe that after that it's going to be building another trade center in Newland or Uzuma, so that's going to be somewhat handy. Language in the classrooms. Right, petty bourgeoisie would hate if we allow them to... I think we're going to... Oh, Russian students. Ah, okay. We don't have that many Russians. You know, I'm going to increase the assimilation. I'm just going to double check that that was indeed the case, that we don't have a whole lot of them. Only 3,000, so yeah, we can start assimilating a few more of those, that's fine. So, yeah, there's the trade center queued up. The shipyard's going to take a while. But then we can start maybe getting some fishing going as well, which could be quite handy. So the food industry, we could go for the pot sills. I don't know if that's going to be hugely valuable. I suppose this does predict it to be valuable. I don't know. We could also... Oh, actually, how are we looking on the infrastructure again? Oh, we got... Oh, I suppose we got the boost in there right now. Yeah, getting that lead mine is going to be quite handy for the glassworks, and it's going to increase the production quite a bit. Oh. Oh dear. Well, Russia is now supporting the legitimacy of our government, which I suppose it does help a little bit passing the laws. There's that. But at the same time, it does also reduce our liberty even further. We're getting a 0.2 per week right now. I don't suppose France wouldn't be willing to support my independence yet. Nope. And Ottomans? Nope. Do you have pacts with Austria? You do have a defensive pact with Austria and Prussia. Okay. So neither one of those are going to be an option for this. Do we still have the treaty with Russia? We do have another 8 months left on that. No. It was a long shot, but I forget that I'd have a look at if the USA would support our independence. No, unfortunately not. What about China? Nope, we don't have shit interest anyway. So that solve that. And I guess Sweden, you probably wouldn't want to support me either. No, why is that? Oh, they are wary towards Russia, but they're not like overly hostile necessarily. Well, there we go. At least we got the 2 construction officers now. Oh, construction sector, sorry. And we're still making money, at least while the investment pool is increasing, which is actually quite a bit. Oh, and debate failed. Well, that's not a good start for the police force. We've got 1% chance of passing the law now. Also, we got petty bourgeoisie is not that popular right there. Oh, Commander commenced civic coalition. You can do what you want, I guess. That does mean that the rural folk will get a bit more power, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Ah, right, so the lead mine is about to be completed, which does mean that we'll get another tooling workshop. Let's go ahead and shuffle that around. I'm going to double check that we still got some infrastructure in here, right? We do. We don't have a whole lot, but we do. So that's going to be a bit of lead. We can go ahead and switch this one to the leaded glass again. Which might be a little bit of a deficit initially while there's not a whole lot of lead available. But it's going to kickstart the lead mine over here, hopefully. Which then, of course, means that there might be a bit more demand for lead as well. Somewhere down the line, anyway. Now, we are still getting the atmospheric engine. That's still 20 months away. That's taking a while. I mean, we are probably going to have to... Perhaps we should actually speed up the university. Because that extra research could prove to be very handy. Now, it still looks like the Finnish party is going to be winning the first election. No huge surprises there, to be fair. The relation with Russia is still very slowly increasing. There's like 1% or 1 point every 100 days, so it's not that bad. Alright, there's the election. Let's have a look at the government. So we could actually... Oh. Even bring the armed forces in here. Sure. It's quite a bit. Okay, so what does that mean? Oh, it's got 8% now for the dedicated police force. Rousing speech capitalism buffet. Well, I'll take that 50% in there right now. I've got GDP of 1.3 billion, which is still not a whole lot, but I suppose at least we're getting the 2 new workshops a lot. Which overall I think are going to be quite profitable. Actually, let's have a look at the income. So, especially in terms of the government dividends, the iron mines are giving us the most. Then food industry, then tooling workshop. How's the furniture manufacturers in here? So one of these is owned by... Oh. In Tula. Right, and the other one is, I guess, local? Yeah, it's, pretty sure that's local, right? Yeah, it's a local financial district owning the other one there. Alright, then. It looks like clothing is still fairly high in demand. I do actually wonder... we don't have any, factories for that yet. How many buildings are we building over here? So we've got, 1, 2... I suppose that's going to be giving us 3 infrastructure in return. And that is another 2... Wait, no, there's a +1 over there, okay. Yeah, I think we've got a little bit available still. Oh, the trade centers are both up here and down there, okay. Another one of these duplicates in here in the list. Like the barracks. Funny thing is, though, if you have this bigger version out here, you won't have... Well, I suppose the trade centers will be duplicate, but the barracks are not duplicated. But in the compact view, they are... Which is a little bit odd, but... Well, not much I can do about that, to be fair. Right, so we're still about half a year for the shipyards in Oulu to be completed, and then the tooling workshop in Kuopio is still going to be taking quite a while. Now, we do have the road maintenance in there, so that does help. Oh, wow, and almost every interest group is happy. To varying degrees. Of course, we're still trying to pass the dedicated police force. We do have now 39% chance of passing it, at least, so there is that. That is actually a good boost in there. So how is the Liberty side? That is now... It's still minus 16 per week. And I'm pretty sure that we're losing... Yeah, we've got 5 more weeks of the treaty with Britain, which I guess that's then going to end. I still don't know if we'll have the embassy afterwards. Possibly. There's a whole lot of nations that are improving relations with us. And we're improving with some others as well. But yeah, so at least our relations with France are good. That is honestly a decent thing. Although, oh, there we go, a lot of advancement. So that's now 54% chance of getting to the next stage of the law, of course. It might still take a while if we get very unlucky with the rolls. But yeah, so we might turn into a fairly industrialized, at least to certain industries we might specialize in. Like, we can definitely make a lot of iron tools. Steel is going to be a bit of a tricky portion for us because there's not going to be necessarily a whole lot of coal available in the Russian market yet. Eventually, they will start producing it. Because the Russians are the ones that can actually provide some other... I do actually wonder, what's in the Estonia area here? They've got some logging and fishing, logging and fishing, logging and fishing, logging. There's not even any fishing in here, wow. Okay, but yeah, so it's even worse than what we have. Good to know. But I do know that there's coal over here at Novgorod, at least. And there's sulfur over here at Kola. Arkangel's got some gold. Well, most of those areas we were not going to get to, but it's maybe the Russians will start utilizing some of that, maybe. There we go. Now we've got the dedicated police force to the stage number 2. Oh, minimum expected standard of living over here. Or, okay, well... I guess they got quite a high price for the iron still, but yeah... They're not making that much money necessarily. At least they're still a little bit peasant still. Oh, the building... Oh, right, that's us building the right farm. Never mind. Well, it's going to take a while before we get to that, but it is on the list at least. Well, the shipyard is going to be done in 5 weeks now. That ain't too shabby. Now, that's going to be providing... Actually, what does it provide? It's the wooden ships. And we're going to use that for... Oh, more gold discovery archives. Okay. So that's something that we're going to use for the fishing wharfs. Which actually, I don't know. There might actually be clippers already available. Sure, let's activate that. Get a bit more fish out of it. It also means that the food price is going to hopefully go down a little bit. We've got another fishing wharf over here. I guess we can get that one sorted out and then... Well, that's about it in terms of fishing right now. Unless... No, we don't have any there. Oh, subsistence fishing village. Oh, okay. Well, it makes sense. It's an kind of archipelago over there, but... Oh dear, we actually have a bit of deficit right now. Now, we could always put in another tax if need be. Service tax would be somewhat profitable. Tea tax would be, I guess, okay. Luxury furniture would be... Well, neither one of these is particularly great. The service tax would be okay amount of money. But honestly, we could probably go on for a little bit shortfall for the time being. Now, what's the prime investor to build? Oh, they're building another iron mine. Actually, that's good. That is really good, because that's going to increase the productivity a bit further in the existing mines there as well, I think. But that trade center shouldn't take too long to be built. I mean, we are building quite a bit of trade centers in here total. The financial districts seem to be fairly profitable. Manor houses, maybe not as much. Trade centers, well, we've only got one thus far. It's mostly trading or exporting stuff right now. We don't apparently need to import a whole lot. Now, we do probably want to get a textile mill over here as well. Adding to the list of the... Well, it's currently 3 years of construction queue. So it will take some time to be sorted out. But I'm pretty sure that the dedicated police force will at least be sorted out. So how is our relation with Russia? I mean, the Liberties are... Oh, it's still going down. Ah, right, because we don't have the support from Britain anymore. I wonder if I could make a second treaty. Oh, wait, no. I think... Oh, we still have it. Oh, it's no longer binding. Right, but it still is there. Okay, good to know. First time dealing with the treaties. Ah, France is having a bit of war against Britain. And France is not willing to join a treaty for support of my independence. Neither are the Ottomans. Ottomans aren't too far off, though. If we just improve relations with them a little bit further. Oh, there we go. Dedicated police force is getting fairly close. Population is also slowly increasing. I'm hoping that we can... I wonder, actually. Institutions... We can't increase the health. We could increase the education, though. And if we were to then build the government administration a little bit sooner... Like, maybe after the rye farm? It's going to use a bit of alcohol and all that. That could be useful. Let's have a look at the market again. So what is in high demand? I mean, tools, of course. Furniture is in fairly high demand. Paper is in fairly high demand. And there's going to be even more demand for it. Oh, there we go. We got the second trade center. So what is being imported right now? Actually, there's a whole lot of export. Mostly wood. Get a little bit dividends from there. Not necessarily a whole lot, but it's mostly just the... Oh, there's a bit of import of... No, export of fertilizer. Oh. And the merchant marine, we've still got +2 right now. Of course, once we get the second port over here, that's going to get us another +10. Actually, it might be even slightly higher because it's going to get a... Well, no, it's not going to have that much of a boost there. But at least the profitability or productivity of the port is improving. Oh, law advancement. Dedicated police force is now 86% chance of passing. I'm pretty sure that we'll get that passed soon, but we are now 1.5 million GDP, so it's slowly increasing. We got about fairly similar GDP to our population right now, which is not necessarily ideal yet, but it does mean that the things are improving. Yeah, GDP per capita is almost £1. Yeah, that's it's going to take a little while. We are at least making some money right now, which is quite nice. The university is not going to take too long. We might eventually, or in the not too distant future, get another construction sector, just to start building more and more. Of course, another thing that we will need to do is start increasing our military size a little bit. And also, we might want to get a arms industry, quite frankly, to make our military a little bit cheaper. To get that one in there. How are we doing on the research? We are still 3 months away from the atmospheric engine. That's going to allow us to build the motor industries, which of course is going to require some steel. And steel is going to require coal, and that's not something that we can easily get. We might be able to get some from elsewhere, at least through trade. I'm pretty sure the Russian market is very much void of any coal right now. I'm sure that can be sorted out, but I do... Well, first of all, let's wait for the dedicated police force. Is that going to finally pass? There we go. So that reduces the landowner's power even further, hopefully. Might take a little while before it's fully sort of implemented, but that is still great. But we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll share the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.